One of the most gruesome crimes in the history of Central New York was almost one of the most preventable.
And that's why tomorrow a bill will be introduced in Congress to weed out failures in the system that allowed David Renz to rape a little girl and murder a school librarian. Renz, who was released from jail as he awaited a trial for child pornography, had practiced tampering with his monitoring ankle bracelet for 6 months, setting off 46 alerts that no officer noticed when he murdered Lori Bresnahan after raping a girl behind Great Northern Mall 6 years ago. Now, Congressman John Katko's bill will trigger a review of all ankle monitoring cases.
I think we're going to see a lot of problems that are going to be uncovered. But we already know the problems exist. So we've got to get a handle on how bad it is and then what we need to do to make it better. But a very important topic we're talking about.
Congressman Katko is naming the law Bill's Promise Act. News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan sits down with the man whose commitment inspired the name.
More than 6 years ago, Bill Craig was headed home from work, a way he'd never taken before.
And I can't tell you why I was on Verplank Road that night, except for the fact that I took some back roads to go buy lottery tickets. I would have never, ever gone down that road to get to my home. I would have went in front of the mall.
Behind Great Northern, Craig passed by where David Renz had just left. The Army veteran found a little girl who had been raped and Lori Bresnahan stabbed and dying. What do you remember about that night?
Everything. I can tell you every detail. I live every detail, every day.
I've heard you say before it's something you think about when you're going to bed at night.
I close my eyes and I see Lori. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think of Lori in that night.
He won't forget the promise he made her to protect the little girl she left behind and make sure similar crimes never happen again. His research found failures of GPS monitoring ankle bracelets across the United States. Renz practiced getting his off and back on within 1 minute without an alarm going off.
As you remember in the David Renz case, the Syracuse office chose to change their tamper alert notification to 5 minutes. They were the only office in the nation that was doing that. So basically, it would develop some standard operating procedures, and it would make individuals on pretrial release more accountable for their actions.
Just one of the changes Craig hopes come from a law with his name on it that calls on the government to weed out the failures and fix them.
I can assure you that if this legislation existed 6 years ago, Lori Bresnahan would still be alive and in our communities teaching our children.
Instead, Craig is working to protect them in her memory. In Syracuse, Andrew Donovan, News Channel 9.
Now, we're told Congressman Katko will be introducing the bill this week at the U.S. Capitol. While it still needs to work through the House and Senate separately, he expects President Trump to sign it without hesitation.